Hey, what's up, y'all? This is the Mother's House Podcast, and I am Deshaun.
What's going on? What's going on, family? This is Corey. Peace to you and yours. Peace to everyone out there. What's going on with my cousin? What's up?
Chilling. What's up with you?
Another day. Another day, man. Trying to make some more money.
Yeah.
Trying to get this legacy building.
All of that.
All that good stuff. Yo, so, somebody coming from Tariq, huh?
Wouldn't be the first person.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so I watched this video with Conspiracy Dude. I like Conspiracy Dude. He has very insightful videos. And he basically kind of exposed, quote unquote, because, you know, some people already knew these things about Tariq Nasheed. I am one person who didn't, because, you know, I don't dislike Tariq Nasheed. I just kind of didn't really pay attention to him, because, you know, we only have time to watch so many people, so I can't be watching everybody YouTube and everybody podcast and everybody this and that. So he just one of the people who kind of fell off the radar for me.
Right.
But there's just a lot of interesting things in this exposition, if I may use a vocabulary word. You know, he I think the biggest thing I took from it was it almost looked like Tariq Nasheed didn't like black women. And it's weird because it's like I never thought that, and apparently that's something that's very well known within the conscious community and people who quote unquote and also quote unquote conscious community and people who quote unquote, you know, follow Tariq Nasheed. Like I didn't know that.
Well, I don't know if people follow Tariq Nasheed will say they know that, but I picked up on it by listening to him when, you know, and I don't want to say he hate black women, because that's what the gentleman, what's his name? Conspiracy Dude. That's his name. That's his name.
Right.
Okay. That's what he's trying to expose on Tariq Nasheed, but, you know, black women been calling that out about Tariq Nasheed for a long time, all over Twitter, all over the place. And Tariq Nasheed always come back with the shape of the Twitter and all this, and them telling me, you know, demean my name and this and that and the other. But I watched the video. Yeah, like I said, I think I told you earlier, because I don't like conspiracy. This is my thing about conspiracies, period. People who speak out and voice out conspiracy. I don't think they rooted in, I'm about to say facts. I can't really say that. Some people do come with facts and stuff on certain issues, but I think it's conjecture. I think it's perspective. I think it's also, I got to look at the person's agenda for doing it too. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of different nuances that make me be like, okay, I got to rock with this conspiracy or whatever. With that being said, well, you know, Tariq Nasheed, you know, it gave me a new, watching that video, I understand why black women are upset with Tariq Nasheed or don't like him. You know, because Tariq Nasheed, you know, when I used to listen to him, and I don't, mind you, I don't listen to, like, I don't listen to Tariq Nasheed a lot. I never really did listen to his radio show or his live streams like that, like a whole lot. Especially when it comes to talking about, I gotta, you know, call somebody out, especially a black woman, or such and such. I kind of like, this entertainment. I ain't gotta watch this because I ain't learning nothing new from it. You know, but when he used the word bed wench, that word wench, bed and wench, turns to my stomach every time I hear it, because I hate that word. I really don't like that word. I don't like that word being voiced out towards even a woman who is sleeping with a whole bunch of white guys who don't like black men. You know what I'm saying? Who is the quote unquote bed wench? You know, choose another word. That's a terrible terminology to place on anybody, because you know what a bed wench is, right?
Yeah. Interesting. So, question. So, if his name wasn't Conspiracy Dude, would you still have a problem with his whole thing? Because it seems like the word conspiracy is kind of making you be turned off a little bit?
I mean, that does turn me off. This was hearing conspiracy because I'm like, okay, but it's not necessarily the word conspiracy. It's also like what caused this to come up. You know what I'm saying? When he's doing this video exposing Tariq Nasheed, I'm like, okay, what's the point of doing the exposation? Why are you exposing him? And what are you exposing him to the people for? You know what I'm saying? And he's exposing them for stuff that most people pretty already know and say about Tariq.
I didn't know.
You know? Yeah. So that's what made me be like, okay, this ain't really a conspiracy. It's like a criticism of Tariq Nasheed. You know what I mean? Some people put him in the same boat as Tony Sanamoya. You know, even though their rhetoric is too different, but you got to keep in mind, this is Tariq Nasheed. A lot of people, I can even say to a lot of men that's on YouTube that we love and fear and hold up high. You got to realize in the 90s, pimp culture was heavy. In the 2000s, pimp culture was heavy. Even now, pimp culture is heavy. A lot of people, you know, a lot of men pride themselves off of pimp culture. And, you know what I'm saying? So when I hear
saying that's okay?
Talk,
So are you saying that's okay?
Hell no. No. That's what I'm about to criticize the hell out of that because I hate pimp culture. I never got into pimp culture. Never did. Never liked it. Like my whole thing about pimps, like my understanding of a pimp. I mean, you just you taking on the perspective of your slave master to subjugate and terrorize black women or women. You know what I mean? Or the same women that look like your mother or just like your sister or even your potential wife or the mother of your children. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no, I never liked pimp culture. Couldn't stand that. Like I didn't like how to be a player. You know what I mean? Some people say, "Oh, you're a simp." Like whatever. I never got into it. And I'm not one of these dudes claiming that I had a whole bunch of women when I grew up, when I was younger. Like I didn't, because I didn't feel like I need to be that type of dude. I didn't respect those kind of dudes. I didn't respect the pimps. I didn't.
Right. But it was a really critical video. Like, I never knew, like, okay, I knew about the whole Mac Daddy stuff and all of that. Cause, you know, he comes from that romantic novel, basically black romance novels. But some of the things that he quoted Tariq saying was kind of intense. Now, I ain't gonna even lie. Like, I didn't know it was that bad.
Now, granted, I didn't listen to Tariq back then to know what exactly he was saying back then. But if you listen to him now, and you listen to him how you talk about Shea Butter Twitter, you get that thing. He had that same kind of energy, same type of emotion, same type of conflictions in his vocal tones towards these type of women that he call them black feminists and all this and that. And they always be very critical and harsh. And this is the thing, even within the conscious community, they pretty hard on the women, man. They are. Like this is a known fact. Black women are catch a lot, but guess who listen to mostly all their platforms? Black women.
It was just like black men probably listen to Tariq Nasheed though.
Well, Tariq Nasheed, yeah, but listen to all the other.
Like some of the things he said, I was like, oh my gosh. When he was like, black women and white men are the most powerful people in the world, and then he said that black women.
So then you got brothers, you got like literally, you got men really thinking black women is your enemy.
And yeah, like I feel like he almost helped cultivate the gender war. And then when he said that black women snitched on black men it was just a lot. It was a little intense for me. Like I know Tariq did Hidden Colors, and I know people grow and become different people, and you know, we all change, we all do things in the past that we aren't proud of. But it made me really wonder, did something happen to him to make him think this way? Like it made me really think that he may need some type of psychiatric thing. Like I was really concerned. honestly, I was concerned. I was like, oh my God, something's really wrong with this man. Like, I was concerned. And the little
if you ever listen to Tony Samoa, you'll feel the same man.
But I know Tommy or Tony Samoa. I know his whole.
I don't know that.
I know his MO. Like, I get that, but I wasn't expecting that from Tariq Nasheed. So it kind of hit me off guard because on one hand he produced Hidden Colors, and then I wouldn't expect someone who would put out a Hidden Colors to have almost the same talking points as a Tommy Sotomayor. Yeah. So that it did kind of throw me off. It did, like, honestly. And go ahead.
I was about to say a lot of videos he was showing on his thing, on his the conspiracy dude. He playing old videos like
right, and that's why I say everyone grows and
maybe longer than that.
Right, and that's why I say
that's why I say like I can't be here and be like, well, this is the real Tariq Nasheed. Like, people grow, people learn, people like I know he had serious talks with Dr. French Chris Wesley. If he had talks with Dr. French Chris Wesley, she would have called him out on that bull job. You dig what I'm saying? Right. He had talks with Dr. Joy DeGroot. You know what I'm saying? She would have called him out on that bull job. Because, these are very prominent, strong black women who speak on black women, struggles of what black women dealing with. Even the Muslim lady, even though she kind of shares some points, she be shitting on black women a lot. But something Ali, Shalizad Ali, I think that's
Zaza Ali?
Not Zaza, it's a different lady, an older black lady. She's an elder in the conscious community, and especially in the Nation of Islam community. She was on his first documentary, Hidden Colors. I'm pretty sure she would have had a critique on him. I'm pretty sure he had the real stars, but it's a thing. Like I said, he come from pimp culture. He come from the culture of what hip hop was back in the day. The degradation of black women. And a lot of black males. We gotta call it like we see it, man. A lot of black males run from black women because they scared to take on their own responsibility to try to protect them. You dig what I'm saying? To a degree. I think a lot of times when you got black men out here saying, leave black women alone, go to these other countries, find a black woman somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Which you can. There's beautiful black women all over the world. You can definitely do that, right? But instead of telling them to go do that, go get you a Puerto Rican woman that, look kind of white. This is the bad, but, they showed Tariq Nasheed talking that joint, right? That shows me, like, he suffers from, the pimp culture. The whole culture of degrading the image of what beauty is for black women. You know what I'm saying? We've been indoctrinated so bad that we think a racial ambiguous looking female is more beautiful than an African featured woman.
I felt like it was also like maybe some self-hatred up in there too. Like I was just really concerned. Like I was a little taken back,
right?
To be honest. What else I wanted to say? And then whenever these people, who you find out are who they are, or were who they were, or however you want to put it, because everyone changes and everyone grows. But I always wonder.
Even if they didn't.
I always wonder who exactly is in the fan base. Who's rooting for these people? Who took this and was like, oh hell yeah, I agree with that. That's what I be really wondering. Like
I do a guy. I feel you. Like Young Pharaoh. Young Pharaoh guy, he's an energetic young black male. He has some knowledge, a little bit of stuff, but a lot of his stuff be filled with conjecture, filled with misinformation, and they speak on it so confidently that people, it's really about the charisma. It's really about the delivery.
But even with, like, I don't know Young Pharaoh enough to really but when I hear Tariq Nasheed say those things about black women, and then I see his following, it makes me think like, Who thought
And
this
that's
was
why his
okay?
following is like that. That's why his following is a majority black males.
Like, what kind of black men are these? Would these be considered hoteps?
No, these considered to be men who are
Who hate black women?
insecure. No, they just insecure. That's when I hear him talking about black women like that so bad and was raving on, even when he does it now. When he does it now, it turns into a point of, man, you sound very weak and insecure about your manhood.
I was like, whoa, like.
Cause when you get any group of black men who feel like, don't get it twisted, I'm a black man. I feel like I'm attacked every single day from racial. Yeah, I don't really feel too attacked by sexism because I ain't a sexist dude, so I don't have no worries in that. You know what I'm saying? But I know my position and where I'm at in the world. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel attacked. I feel belittled. I feel my masculinity is constantly being tried. I feel, disrespected and all that good stuff, right? But it ain't coming from black women.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know where it's coming from. It ain't coming from black women. It's coming from societal norms, society anarchy, how society has pit black women against black men and black men against black women. And I think that has played a role into a lot of these dudes or a lot of these men who call themselves quote unquote woke.
You think Tariq Nasheed is a product of that?
Yes, very much so. Hell yeah. I think we all are.
Right.
I think we all are.
I mean, I was concerned. Like, I wanted to start get Tariq some help. Like, he just as crazy as Umar Johnson.
Yeah. And that's the thing. If you watch the video, you would think he's saying this shit now. But that's the thing. He ain't saying none of that kind of stuff.
I mean, and I get it. People have moved on and grow, but at the same time, it still kind of make me. I don't know. It bothered me a little bit. Like, it really did bother me. And I ain't even going in on Tariq Nasheed like that. I'm just saying those statements did bother me, and I didn't know.
Don't get me wrong. Those statements bother the hell out of me too.
And what bothers me more so is the fact that he has a huge following and still has a huge following, knowing all that stuff. And I didn't know the same guy who said these statements is the same guy who made Hidden Colors. Like, I just think that bothers me. It really does. It really does.
But this is the thing, man. Like my man, shout out to the brother. What's his name? Robert Perkins, man. Robert Perkins. I really like Robert Perkins. He go really hard on religious folks.
Right.
Really hard. And at one point, he'll break it down why he goes so hard. Because he said at one point, I was that religious guy. Right. Super religious. You know what I'm saying? The same thing with Tariq Nasheed. He was a pimp. Quote unquote. Self-proclaimed pimp. Self-proclaimed Mac. Self-proclaimed player. Self-proclaimed teaching men how to get women, by tricking them into sex or tricking them into having
But to me, that's not the same, because it's a difference between I was a Christian and I know how fucked up it is, and that's why I go so hard on Christianity.
Well, no, this is what I'm trying to say. That's why he goes so hard on Christianity. But then he also had rhetoric saying, damning black women and saying a lot of crazy shit about black women. He still sometimes posts stuff like, y'all black women so crazy. He still posts kind of crazy shit like that too.
But it's not Tariq Nasheed.
It's not on the level of Tariq Nasheed.
Yeah, no.
Nowhere near. You know what I'm saying? Because that's, not trying to conflate them two brothers together. But,
because it's not like, maybe it is and we don't know. Tariq Nasheed started out having this love and respect for black women, and someone did him wrong and it turned into this.
Well, that's pretty much like this thing, the systems, from the crack epidemic in the 80s to the mass incarceration. You can't really just blame it on those two things. You also got to blame it on things that we went to say this is how men are supposed to be, not really having rites of passages as children of how young boys should act when they're around females or how young girls should act around males. It's so many different things that cause the rift between black men and black women. And I think that when you see these young brothers or these brothers out here who talking about relationships, or anybody who have a relationship, I don't listen to nobody who have a critique on another gender. Like, he said something on, I think I said earlier on this video you're talking about, where he's like, he got the book The Art of Backing, teaching men how to get women. I don't want to hear how to get women from another man.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with critiques, but I felt like some of what he said was just kind of vile. Like, it was just
no. What
bad.
he said was, his rhetoric that the dude brought up, and like I said, you gotta keep in perspective. These contexts is what he bringing up is stuff that happened. He probably said 10 years ago, but there's some old ass videos. There ain't no new, nothing recent. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing. I think this before he even did Hidden Colors with the rhetoric he pulling up. But at the same time, Tariq Nasheed still used the bad witch term. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he really shook it all the way off. He still had a little. He probably still had a little bitterness towards black women, especially when you got black women on constantly, opposing or constantly oppose him on Twitter, and he quit to be like, "Well, you just taking up for white daddy." Well, bro, you was all on white mama titties back in the day. You know what I'm saying? You were loving the white milk. But so in that sense, I get it. I get why you like, oh man, this is really like, what the fuck?
Right, like, whoa, shit.
Like, whoa.
Yeah,
but
whoa,
this the thing, man. Because, like, me personally, I can listen to any and everybody and pull something from it.
Oh, of course. Like, I'm not saying you can listen to the devil himself and pull something from it.
Well, yeah, you can. Don't suggest trying to, because he'll manipulate you to think like, oh yeah, and he'll really have you fucked up. But you can pull things from any and everybody, and still don't, like, this is the problem. We're in the age of groupthink. Everybody is in pockets. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tariq Nasheed has a pocket of people and followers that's going to ride with him no matter what. He can have this video out. People still going to support Tariq Nasheed. Same thing with Boys. Same thing with Yvette. Same thing with anybody, especially when you got platforms on YouTube where that's pretty much what's going on. Like, people have pockets of thoughts together. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I don't subscribe to nobody thought. I like to think for myself. That's why when we start our podcast, one of the first images you see is a young girl put her hand on her temple saying, "Think for yourself while it's still legal." To break down that whole groupthink mentality. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were talking about earlier about how Lupe Fiasco was getting attacked for saying Black Panther was average. He can't think for himself and have an objective viewpoint on the movie. You know what I'm saying? It's very much, if you don't think like how I think, I'm gonna attack you. And that's why I don't, like, I saw the video conspiracy dude did, but I'm like, is he doing this to project his train of thought on other people? Because I'm looking at what other videos he got on, you know what I'm saying, what his platform is about, what he's trying, what the purpose of this. Is he just exposing them just to expose them? Or he's doing it so he can put out his viewpoint so he can have a name for himself. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, you can pull from any and every single person, regardless of what background they have, what they're saying. You can look between the lines, and sometimes you don't want to look at it, just don't look at it. Like me, I don't watch Tariq Nasheed like that at all. I don't even know when the last time I did. Only time I really checked for the Tariq Nasheed when he's doing the documentaries joints. You know what I'm saying? And that because, a lot of different things. But, what I'm basically saying is, you gotta get out of that groupthink mind and stop subscribing to these personalities, subscribing to these quote-unquote people, and put them as a leader in your quote-unquote, of your quote-unquote conscious mind, and start building your own conscious mind, start building up your own critical thinking skills, start thinking for yourself, start understanding and learning for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just following other people's rhetoric, because a lot of times these other people's rhetoric be totally contradictory to what the fuck you actually do in your life.
Yeah, it bothered me. I was like, whoa. Like, I wasn't expecting all that. I wasn't. It just threw me like, who the fuck is listening to Tariq Nasheed? Ain't this how he think? But he may be a different person now, I guess. Yeah. But yeah.
But like I said, man, a lot of people have issues with the brother, with the man, you know, for his past. You know, a lot of people have criticism about him doing those type of books, you know, self-help books, and he will come back and try to defend them too. You know, even if he was to check out our video right now, right, he'll come back and try to defend what we're, you know, the rhetoric that we're bringing up on him now, and try to defend it. At the same time, man, I think that the thing is, stop focusing on different ideologies, because everybody gonna have a fucking ideology. It just is what's gonna be. People gonna have thoughts on black women, black men. You know what I'm saying? That people gonna have these different thoughts. What you could do as a listener or as a observer of social construct or social media storms or whatever you want to call it, you take what you know and apply it to your family. You know what I'm saying? Become more of a family activist. Become more family advocate. Be more focused on how you want to build up your legacy. You know what I'm saying? How you want to speak truth to these kids. A lot of times these conversations be for men, grown men and grown women, and it does not ever trickle down or have any place for the young child thought. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, at the end of the day, I think Tariq Nasheed, he do what he do. I ain't really got too much thoughts on him. You know. And the dude, conspiracy dude, you know, like I give both of them a side eye, but still at the same time, you know, they both brothers. Let them do however they gonna rock. If they got something important to say, cool. If they don't, cool. I don't really put too much thought in that.
Do you think attitudes like that is the reason why we have people like a Tariq Nasheed or like someone who speaks like that in the on the pedestals that they're currently on?
What you mean? What type
as far
of
as kind of like, oh, just let them do their thing. They cool, you know. Because I'm like that too.
No. I mean, nah. If they say some bullshit, you call them out on it. Period. If they say some bullshit, you call them out on it. Like when women going on Tariq Nasheed, I'm like, okay, they doing what they doing. I don't have to do it. You don't have to do it. We can do it if we want to, and especially if it's something way foul. Like some of the rhetoric that dude point out that Tariq Nasheed has said in the past. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we should call that shit out all day. Even when you hear it on the street, you need to call that shit out every day. Because the stuff he was saying on that video is nothing different than what I hear at work. It's nothing different than what I hear when I go hanging out with some of these dudes that live here in Savannah, Georgia, or in Atlanta, Georgia, or anywhere else in America.
I still wouldn't expect that from him. I didn't. You know, I was wrong. Not that I had this idea. I guess I did have an idea of who Tariq Nasheed was. I didn't know him. And I still don't.
I still don't know.
But I didn't know that much about him. I just thought, okay, another conscious dude doing his, hitting colors. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, he did the little Max stuff. Okay, cool. I never stopped to really get any of his rhetoric. And yeah, it just bothered me. Yeah.
That's the thing. With, him doing the back books, that kind of tell you who he kind of was back in the day. If he doing a book to try to teach men how to get women from a player or any, a Mac type of way, you know what I'm saying?
But even with that, I'm not expecting black women and white. Like he said some, and we go in the circle.
He said some. It was just like shit. Some real,
like wait a minute,
things about black women. Yeah.
Like what? Stop the song. Like wait, like huh? But all in all, hopefully he has grown and has, moved past.
He got a black wife.
Of his.
Granted, the dude did point out that he said, you're gonna get a black woman and get a mixed race woman. His wife is mixed race and her mother is white. So he did say that. But hey, that's neither here nor there. Like I said, man, it's all conjecture. We don't know these people. We don't know them for a campaign. That's why I don't put too much trust on anybody on YouTube. Hell, you don't even put trust in what we're saying on YouTube. You don't know us. You don't know us from the campaign. Like, this is why you don't really try to subscribe to anybody's train of thought or just an idea of what they are. And it's easy to do that, especially like how you said, because you don't really pay them attention other than the, what you thought of, what you knew of. You know what I'm saying? So when you get likes like this, it make you look at him and say, well, I don't need to watch or support anymore, any colors or anything he does. You know what I'm saying? This is my thing. You're going to end up, people going to do what they're going to do. But when people on some bullshit, you always got to call it out, especially when they disrespect black women. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to call that shit out. Like I always say, I hate it. Like I said, I hate the word bedwetch. Whenever he bring that term up, I hate it. I'll call it out. You know what I'm saying? I don't even like the term shape butter Twitter too much. You know what I mean? Because that's just another way to try to sub-jab black women. You think what I'm saying? Black women who are conscious about and empowered by their look and how they look. You think what I'm saying? So I think it's all it's the whole boxes people are putting themselves in, and I think the best way for unity to happen is destroy that damn boxes and stop subscribing to these people who have boxes around them. And Tariq Nasheed has a box around him. Pretty much everybody, everyone's favorite YouTuber or conscious speaker or whatever has a box around them. So don't go in the damn same box with them. You know what I'm saying? Get the information from outside the box and then keep moving. You know what I'm saying? Because the world's much bigger than what the fuck from their viewpoint. Much bigger than their viewpoint. You have your own. Find yours.
Right. But shout out to Conspiracy Dude. I like Conspiracy Dude. I think he's interesting.
Fuck Conspiracy Dude. Nah, I'm just playing. Keep doing your thing, brother.
But yeah, he likes to expose people. That's like his little thing. So.
That's the thing. I don't like people who do that.
I think it's something that's needed.
I think it's needed, but I think it gotta come from a real sincere place. I don't think it comes from a sincere place.
I think it comes from a sincere place. I don't think
I think it's a sinister place. Because there's no reason for him to come out to do this against Tariq Nasheed.
Well, maybe he felt some type of way about. Maybe he felt how I felt.
Well, maybe, but then again, from what I heard from the beginning, it sounded like he didn't have an issue with Tariq Nasheed.
But it sounded to me like he had an issue with the same stuff I had an issue with.
This is the reason why I say I don't rock with him. This is the reason why I don't rock with Conspiracy Dude. When he kept on saying the feel-good thing, saying he put out Hidden Colors, the feel-good movie for black people, and put in a lot of misinformation about black history. I'm like, the Hidden Colors is not feel-good. It's not a feel-good documentary. And nothing in that documentary made me be like, yeah, black power, this and that. Like, I'm so proud, we made it, we had overcome. That's a feel-good documentary. You know what I'm saying? It don't give me that. It give me, like, information on history and what the fuck we went through in history. It's a history documentary. You know what I mean? Whether you believe in that history or not, or you disagree with the history, that's what made me realize he really trying to push his ideology on, African American, my theories on this and that, and I disagree with that, and I really don't like this dude because he pushing that, and I gotta prove that he misrepresentation of what the fuck he really saying, so I can put in my theory. That's what that came off as me. That's why I don't really rock.
Yeah, I don't think it was all of that. I don't think he was necessarily trying to push his ideology. I think because I've been watching Conspiracy
on this video. No,
I've been watching Conspiracy Dude for a while, and I think he's more so about getting the truth out. And I think he feels some type of way when he thinks someone in the black community is doing something that may be deceitful or that may be harmful.
Well, that's the thing. You got people. Everyone going to try to do that, especially when it comes to financial gain or even trying to build a platform. Like, people probably say, we just doing this podcast because Tariq name is only going to be on our headline. You know what I mean? But like I said, if it comes from a sincere place and it's coming from a sincere concern, then cool. I can't even say that what I just said about the dude, Conspiracy Dude, that's where he's coming from. I don't really know. Like, I don't know none of these people. Never heard of Conspiracy Dude till today. It's my first time even hearing about him. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I don't run to the exposes. I don't run to who got exposed today. I don't go on a hunt looking for who got exposed today.
I mean, I don't.
Like,
either,
I don't do that at all. And when I see it,
video.
I look at it side eye because I'm like, do these people really know these people? Do they follow them and live with them and travel with them and work with them and this and that? You know what I'm saying?
I would say I look at everything side eye until I see what they talking about.
Yeah, I definitely do that. And even when I look at it, what they talking about, I still look at it side eye because I gotta understand. Like I said, I gotta understand where this coming from. What's the energy?
But my thing is, okay, well, the whole thing with where it's coming from. But if it's true, it's true though. That's my thing.
But this is the thing. I don't know if it's 100%. Like I said, if all this shit is from past things, then this has no reason for him to do it. He just talking about shit that Tariq Nasheed did.
So you don't think all the stuff that he said has no relevance?
It don't have no relevance if it's old shit that he used to do and say. If he don't have that same train of thought, if he not speaking that same type of rhetoric, he ain't pushing that same type of.
But you just said he is kind of speaking that same kind of rhetoric, though.
I said he has lingering rhetoric from the past of the pimp mentality, yes, because he hasn't really 100% let that go. But still, at the same time, he's not going out here saying black women are devils, and he ain't going around here saying fuck black women. He out here actually speaking to black men and women, black people, and he's fighting for it, and he's speaking up for black people. That's what he's doing now. That whether he's doing it for a scam or this and that, and that's what the dude was trying to expose, he didn't expose that.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. He did. He couldn't have that. This whole we won't even link to the video. Y'all watch the video and I feel like he has exposed Tariq Nasheed and showed him as being a scam artist. Then cool. That's what you took from it. I didn't get that from it. I didn't get that from it.
I got from watching that video. I got that Tariq Nasheed. I didn't know he felt like that way about black women. That's why I'm like, whoa.
And this the thing. When I watch the video, it made me be like, okay, I understand. I know why he say bed wenches. I see why he has vitriol towards black women who comes at him, or why he goes so hard on black women whenever they have conversations on YouTube. And a lot of times when he does that, it ain't. And this the thing. Tariq Nasheed's whole thing is not against black women. That's another thing. He don't always be. Every other show I'm talking shit about black women, and he don't really do that often, but when he does it, I see why he has such vitriol. I see where it comes from. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I see where his background was. It opened my eyes, his background, and why the fuck he is, and why he's so egotistical type of dude. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Other than that, the other time make Hit the Colors a less relevant, powerful documentary. It does not make some of his moves that he's doing that influence a lot of black folks less relevant. It doesn't do nothing like that. Now when it came to Umar Johnson, how he went off on SETI and made him come out looking crazy as hell, it doesn't do that to Tariq 100%, especially when it's like old rhetoric where Umar Johnson did it live in front of everybody. You know what I'm saying? Now, if Tariq Nasheed come back on and start doing that same kind of rhetoric or start saying that same similar shit, then we could definitely be like, well, fuck Tariq. You know what I mean? But,
interesting.
Just gotta be careful on those things, man.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to another black person.
I mean,
especially when it comes to
I
another
think
black
we
person.
should
You gotta make sure.
Other,
like, if I'm gonna expose a black person, I gotta make sure this dude is really fucking fine. And things that Tariq Nasheed said about black women is so fucking foul. Like, don't get me wrong, this shit is foul, y'all. It's really fucking foul. And it make a lot of y'all be like, fuck Tariq. I'm not here to defend and be like, fuck Tariq with y'all, but I ain't gonna sit here and be like, fuck with Tariq with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, I don't know the man. I don't know what his mindset, and I don't know what his agenda is other than he want to help black folks.
Okay.
Now, as far as conspiracy dude, I don't know what his agenda is at all. Like, this is my first time ever hearing about him. And like I said, it sounded like he's just trying to inject his theory and ideologies. That's why I don't subscribe to nobody or even listen to or subscribe to any conspiracy. And that's why I don't like conspiracy, because it's all conjecture.
So maybe that's why I was thinking maybe you just hate the fact that his name is Conspiracy Dude Like if his name was something else,
I think
maybe
it's more
that's
than,
throwing
it's
you
more
off.
than just his name. It's, like I said, I broke down some of the rhetoric he was saying. Like,
We're Hidden Colors, like, I get what you're saying about Hidden Colors, but at the same time, a lot of stuff in Hidden Colors can be argued, though. It can be debated. A lot of stuff can.
Everything in life, whether facts can be debated.
I know, but that's his opinion of Hidden Colors. Like,
that's fine. That's his opinion. That's his opinion of Hidden Colors. But his opinion of Hidden Colors, then he got things talking about African Americans ain't African and the type of rhetoric.
Well, you know, that's another ideology too.
Like I said, he's all different ideologies, and he tried to push his ideology as well by tearing down another man's ideology.
I don't think that's what it is, though.
Or trying to tear down Tariq Nasheed's.
But I think you're getting caught on the African Americans and African. I don't think, because he doesn't go after everyone who says something against that.
Yes, he got one on Boyce Watkins, got one on Tariq.
Boyce Watkins doesn't even talk about African Americans being from Africa. Boyce Watkins talk about financial stuff.
Boyce Watkins talk about African Americans and Africans.
But that's not. But you know that's not Boyce Watkins.
He's cool with Tariq Nasheed, and he was cool.
But you know that's not Boyce Watkins' main thing.
Same kind of rhetoric.
They don't. But that's not Boyce Watkins' main thing. Boyce Watkins' main thing is the financial.
That's the thing, cuz I ain't talking about the main thing. I'm just saying, bro, I give this guy a side eye.
Oh, okay.
You trying to complain to me, don't give him a side eye, but no, I can still give him a side eye.
Well, yeah, hey, I can't control your eye, so you do what you want to do.
Right. But still at the same time, like I say, I don't subscribe to none of these dudes, like none of these train of thoughts, none of these school of thoughts, because like I have my own way of looking at things. I have to research and know things for myself. You know what I mean? I got to read and be up on the knowledge myself so I can teach it to my children. I don't want these guys to teach my children and have them going down the wrong way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why, like I said, even with this thing, I still look at it side eye. You know, that's just me. Whatever comes out of that conspiracy dude actually working with Alex Jones. He follow a lot of Alex Jones rhetoric. See, you don't even know who Alex Jones. Alex Jones is a blatant racist. Hate black people.
I mean,
stand black people. But he's a big time conspiracy dude, and he has a lot of facts and this and that. And he'll pull up records and pull up videos.
But see, and then I can go. That's why I keep saying I think you have a problem with the word conspiracy.
I don't. Conspiracy. It's not the word. It's the rhetoric behind. It's the rhetoric behind the word conspiracy. It's the rhetoric of these people who claim themselves to be conspiracies. The rhetoric behind it. Conspiracies don't always hold 100% facts. A lot of it has a lot of conjecture in it.
Right, and like I get it, and that's why I feel like with conspiracy, I think if his name was John, I don't think you would be as. I think you would feel different.
This whole Tariq Nasheed, all these whenever you expose somebody, it's labeled behind conspiracy. So I still have the same look at it.
Okay, well,
like even when Boyce Watkins got exposed, I still look at it sideways. I feel like looking at it objectively. Like, should we write off Boyce Watkins completely? Hell, I still don't write him off completely. I just don't. Like, I don't listen to these people like that. Like, I don't listen to nobody. People I listen to is like thought crime, because they don't push their theory or ideology on nobody. You know what I'm saying? When I listen to people who don't force me to think like them. You know what I'm saying? Let me come in with my own free thought, and we can build and have a conversation on it. You know what I'm saying? Not people who try to tell me how to think.
So do you think that you're listening to people with weaker opinions versus stronger opinions?
No, because thought crimes don't have weak opinions. They have strong opinions, just like I have strong opinions. Just like everybody, you can have a strong opinion. You got a strong opinion. Deshaun, why subscribe to people who have stronger opinions than you? And tell you like, yeah, they right. Then that means you have a weak opinion about your own thought process.
Well, it depends on what they're talking about.
Yeah,
because I don't know everything. So when someone,
that's the thing, you don't have to know everything, but if you do your own study and your own research, or listen to what they're saying and go back and do the research, you be like, well, they were right. So I'm gonna rock with what they're saying at this point.
Right,
That's cool. That's what I'm talking about. That's cool. That's what I'm talking about when you go listen to all these different people. But when you be like, I'm just only subscribed to this one train of thought.
Well, that's not what I do either. I don't subscribe to one person.
Yeah,
but
I know.
Yeah,
I know you listen to multiple folks. You listen to different folks. Yeah.
But it's just interesting. It's all very interesting.
It is.
But other than that, I think I pretty much said all I needed to say.
I definitely said what I needed to say. I think we went overboard with this. What I wanted to.
No, it's cool. It's a good conversation. But
it is actually. But let us know what y'all think about the podcast. We're gonna leave the link of what they do, man. Conspiracy Dude.
Yeah.
If Tariq Nasheed respond to it, we'll definitely do a follow-up video on it. Or if he don't respond to it, it is what it is. Like, if I was Tariq, I wouldn't respond to it. Cause like I said, he's showing old videos and old rhetoric that I had. Like, I ain't got time to go back and try to claim myself. Just try to prove myself if I already changed my ways. The work I do now should speak for itself. So, if that was me, but that's neither here nor there.
Other than that, we can call this thing a podcast.
Yes, sir. Peace to everyone. Thank y'all for listening. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, and build in the comment section. Cuss us out in the comment section. Whatever you want to do, go ahead, start set tripping in the comment section. Cause I know y'all going to, cause it's a conversation on different ideology and theories, and school of thoughts, and different famous people favorite YouTubers and stuff. So y'all do what y'all do in the comment section. We'll holler at y'all. Peace.
I will not raise my daughter differently than my mother raised me. The rearing I got from my mother, words cannot express. I could live in any time, I could live in any country, I could live on any planet, and I would be fine.
What was the key? What did your mother know? What truth was coming through your mother that's going to come through you to your daughter?
My mother gave us aphorisms to learn as children. And there are two that stand out foremost in my mind. One is, the inner reality creates the outer form. I learned this when I was in grade school. I was very young. And the other is, the universe bears no ill to me. I bear no ill to it.